Hello and welcome to lesson 20 of my YouTube channel series. And in the last lesson, we learned how to play C major scale and all its chords. And I did tell you that C is represented by C chord and D is represented by D minor chord. But that doesn't really mean that every time C is played, you can have a C chord. You can have also an F chord, you can also have an A minor chord. Now, how does that work? For that, you need a lot of theory, okay? But simply to say, for that, you should know the triad that every chord is broken into. So when I say that for C note you have the C major chord, to create the C major chord, you're playing the notes C, E, and G. So the C major chord can also work for the E note, and the C major chord can also work for the G note. In the same way, when you play F major chord, then you're playing the notes F, A, and C, and this is another C, and this is another F, okay, which you're barring. So technically, when F chord is played, it will sound nice even if you play an A note over it. It will also sound nice if you play a C note over it. And that's how music starts getting more and more complex. So starting with the fact that there's a root note and you have to play the root chord, you eventually can play any of the other notes in the triad and still play play a different chord. So I could play E and I could play an E minor chord, and we are still, and if you guys are getting a little lost here, we're still in the key of C major. Okay, you can play E minor chord for E, or you can even play C major chord for E, and you can also play A minor chord for E. And needless to say, this E is there in all the three chords. So sometimes if you're playing a melody, let's say, and you end it on E, and you can superimpose that with a C chord. You play the same melody and you can superimpose that with an A minor chord. You play the same melody and you can superimpose that with an E minor chord. So I'm going to play all the three chords together. So when we play if I play all the three chords over the same melody, it sounds like a song by itself. And please excuse the commotion and all that happens in the house, because like I said, I wanted to keep these videos rustic and give you the feel of a real life class. And of course, I could have had a green screen at the back and done the work of arts. And a lot of people are telling me to do that, and they are right. But I just thought that what's really important for us is for the knowledge to get across. And ideally, someone who really wants to learn can make a lot of information from the videos that I'm putting up. Okay, so today I'm going to tackle G major scale. I know the part that I explained right now must have gone a little over your head, but if you keep watching the videos and you keep trying what I'm saying, it'll all settle in. Okay, the human subconscious mind is very powerful. It actually retains every word, but it only brings to the conscious mind as and when you choose to apply. So the more you apply, more the bridge between your subconscious mind and conscious mind is aligned. The lesser you apply, all the information just gets stored into your subconscious mind. Okay, so coming to G major scale. So now this is a good time to define what is a scale. A scale is a sequence of notes It's a sequence. I didn't play everything, right? I didn't play everything. So obviously it's a sequence. That means there are selected notes that are chosen and they can be ascended and descended. And they have a particular sound. The sound is, they sound like do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do, do, ti, la, sol, fa, mi, re, do, ti, la, sol, fa, mi, re, do. Correct? And we play on different major scales because there are 12 tones in music and each of them can be a do. Okay, and different people in the world sing from different points. So they sing from different notes. Some people can sing do, re, mi, fa from here. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. Some can sing from here. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. Some can sing from here. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. Some can sing from here. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. As a musician, we should know how to play major scales from any note, any of the 12 notes in music. So why G? Why not C sharp? Why not D? So G is the next scale after C where you get just one different note. Okay, so like for example, C major scale is C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. G, you will see, is G, A, B, C, D, E, F sharp, G. So to create that sound of do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do, when you play a major scale starting with G, the F has to become F sharp. So it's easy to remember and it's easy for the listeners to accept that one extra note. So sometimes when you play between two scales, you'll see a lot of people, playing in C major scale and going. Now you see this D was never part of C major scale, but it's very easy for you to accept because the difference between the two scales is only just one note. So therefore, if you keep moving in by every fifth note, only one sharp keeps getting added or one flat keeps getting added, and you are able to remember the scales also, and you are able to create that much needed tension and release in music by combining scales as you make more advanced music. So coming to G major scale, this is the notes E3, low E3, A, A2, A3, D, D2, D4, G, G2, B, B1, B3, E, E2, E3. And basically the notes that you're playing are G, A, B, C, D, E, F sharp, G, A, B, C, D, E, F sharp, G. Now if you know these notes, then you should know the subsequent chords. G will be represented by a G major chord, which is low E3, A2, then the D and G strings open, B3 and E3. Then A, which is the next note, is represented by an A minor. And the notes are open A, 5th string, then D2, G2, B1 and E. Why am I saying this fast? Because if you've been following my videos, then you already know these chords. Then B minor, now that's beautiful. You take the same A minor, but hold it with your last 3 fingers and move it a full step forward. So when I say full step forward means you skip a fret. And now you have B minor chord. This is A minor chord, this is B minor chord. But yes, for convenience, we play A minor like this and B minor like this. Because when you play B minor, you need to add one more finger over here. And so you're holding the notes now D4, G4, B3 and E2. That's B minor. So for G, you have G major. For A, you have A minor. For B, you have B minor. Then for C, you have C major. Then for D, you have D major. Okay, now I did not teach you C major chord because I've taught it in the last video. But okay, just to make it easier for you all, it's A3, D2, G string open, B1, E. And D major chord is D, G2, B3, E2. Okay, then we are following E minor. So the next note in the key is E minor. And E minor is played by, again, one of the easiest chords in guitar, open E string, A2, D2, and then G, B, E open. Okay, and then we have F sharp diminished or F sharp minor flat 5, which is low E2, A3, D4, and then you also press G2. Only 4 notes, 4 strings. But instead of F sharp diminished or F sharp minor flat 5, you can always play a D7. And believe me, it has all the notes of F sharp diminished. So for G, you can play G major. For A, you can play A minor. For B, you can play B minor. For C, you can play C major. For D, you can play D major. For E, you can play E minor. For F sharp, you can play F sharp minor flat 5 or F sharp diminished or D7. I would encourage that initially play D7 and then again for G, you play G. So when you play all these chords in order, it sounds like a harmony version of Do, Re, Mi, Fa, Sol, La, Ti, Do. Do, I'll do it lower. Do, Re, Mi, Fa, Sol, La, Ti, Do, Do, Ti, La, So, Fa, Mi, Re, Do. So then now you can start making melodies in the key of G. So whatever note I ended on, I played that chord. I hope you understand what I'm trying to do over here. Okay, and you should have questions after these lessons, okay? You should have some questions after these lessons because that's how you will learn more. But go through this video, remember, rewind, pause it. I know today's generation doesn't have the time. They want the video to be precise and bang on. But then again, you're not necessarily watching all of these videos from video 1, right? So take the time to rewatch, take the time to slow down the video, take the time to pause, take the time to think about what I'm saying, try it out, and I think it'll be effective. So what you should do is take different scales, like I have already shown you C and G. You should at least be able to do D, A, E and B. Okay, you should know the chords of these scales. Even if you can't play the scales, it's fine. Even if you can't play the chords, it's fine. But you should be able to write the scale spelling. So for example, D major scale will now be D, E, F sharp because F sharp was already converted to F sharp in G scale. G, A, B, C sharp, D, that's the new sharp. And this now D major scale will also sound like Do, Re, Mi, Fa, Sol, La, Ti, Do. But the chords now will be D major, E minor, F sharp minor, G major, A major, B minor, C sharp diminished and D again. And instead of C sharp diminished, you can play A7. So like that, if you keep, trying all this out, the formula for major scale is start with a note. Okay, when I say scale, you're talking about notes. Take a note and then move full step, half step, full step, half step. Once you have those notes, then just add this other formula to get the chords. Major, minor, minor, major, major, minor, diminished or dominant seventh. And you will be very well placed to figure out songs in any key once you do this exercise. I wish you all the best. Thank you.